Hi everyone, let's take a look at number 4. Part A. Write two equations, one in the form of y equal to a times sine of kx and one in the form of y equal to a cosine, open bracket, k times x minus d, close brackets, to match each graph. Let's draw a line, divide this into two different cases. Let's start with case number 1. If you think about a sine function, you start in the middle. So there's a sine function. And let's write down each characteristics. A is the amplitude. And you can find the amplitude by looking at the maximum minus the minimum divided by 2. And by maximum, I am referring to the y value, which is 5. That is the maximum. I'm also looking at the minimum value. And by minimum, this is going to be negative 5. So again, the amplitude in this case is going to be 5 minus negative 5 divided by 2. 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. So far we found the amplitude, which is the same in both cases, by the way. So one thing that you want to think about is the only difference between a sine graph and a cosine graph is the phase shift. Everything else is the same. Now, if you look at the k value, what that means is you have to write down the period equals to 360 degrees divided by k. And one period is going to be, in this case, let's count the number of squares. It appears that 90 degrees require 1, 2, 3 squares. So each square is going to be 30 degrees. And 30 times 4 is going to be 120 degrees, which is one period or one cycle. So this means 120 degrees equals to 360 degrees divided by k. If you solve for k, k is going to be 3. Again, it's the same answer in the second case. So we can conclude so far that y equals to 5 sine of 3x, don't forget the brackets, just like that. Now, if I switch this to a different color, let's find the cosine function. Be mindful, when you think about the cosine function, you're starting at the maximum, and it ends at the maximum. So notice how there's a phase shift. And you can say that the phase shift is going to be to the right by 30 degrees. So I would even say 30 degrees, but really in brackets, I write down in words, 30 degrees to the right. And of course, this is also understood as the phase shift, something that we say for a sine graph and a cosine graph. So now y equals to 5 cosine, open that square bracket. We know the k value is going to be 3, open a bracket, x minus 30 degrees, close all the brackets, just like that. If you find this video meaningful, it's adding value to your math life, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I hope this makes sense.